For those of you who don't know me, and there are a bunch of new faces tonight, I'm Michele Rosenthal. I am a trauma recovery specialist. The dog that you see is a therapy dog. She's mine. If you don't like dogs, just let me know and I'll make sure to keep her out of your way. But we came here straight from the office. I'm also the founder of Holistic Health Connections, the membership-based organization that launched in January of this year. And tonight, I'm really excited to share with all of you, whether you're here for the first time or you're a member, I'm excited to share with you some of the direction of where HHC is going. I have some neat updates to share with you, and also to give you an opportunity to have meaningful conversations. It's funny because I have been talking to a lot of people about HHC, and we were at the HRPBC conference as a sponsor. Mary was there with me, Sherry Hart was there. Sherry, actually, it was your idea that we go there. And it's been really, really interesting as we launch our corporate wellness initiative to get our members more into the workforce and out into the conventional corporate world, bringing the holistic world into the corporate world. The feedback has been so interesting, and as we have more conversations about setting up those kind of things, and the phone is ringing in an interesting way. I had a phone call yesterday from the executive director of a very large organization here in Florida, and she called and said to me, "Michele, I was with one person when they received an email from you. A few hours later, I was with one person who's a member of your organization. The next day, I went to an event and someone told me I needed to call you. So I'm calling you." And I thought, this is what's happening. We have gathered as a community, and the momentum is growing, and the organizations are getting to know. So I was very encouraged that what we do in this room every month, what each of us does individually on our own, and what we do collectively in our social gatherings really creates a momentum and an energy that is making a difference and that has a great opportunity to do what I think is probably at the base one of the most important things that we do in this organization, which is unify the holistic health community and then be the bridge to the world outside. So tonight there were so many things to tell you, I had to write them down, which is not like me, but I thought better to write them down than to forget something. So first, since we're a smaller group tonight, I think what I'd really like to do is give you all a chance to get to know each other in a way that matters. So after I do a few general announcements, then I would also like to, we haven't done this in a while, but I'm feeling tonight that we could do a little bit of one-on-one time, so you could actually have a meaningful conversation and get to know somebody new. So just be holding in the back of your mind that we're getting there. Let's start with Holistic Health Connections. We're at our 6-month mark. And I was thinking as I was preparing for tonight's meeting that it's a really great time to take stock of what have we done in the past 6 months. So I made a little list, and I have to say, I think we're doing okay. But you all can tell me your opinion. So in January, we started really coming together as a group. In February, we had some professional programming. In March, we had our first professional fair at the library out in the community. Who was there? There were a bunch of practitioners there. Look around at each other. You did such an amazing thing. People are still asking me, when are you doing that again? You all made an impression that mattered to the community. In April and May, we prepared for being sponsors at the HRPBC conference. And while we were there, we had an opportunity for 2 days to really get clear on how to talk about who we are and what we do in a way that allows people to understand why we've gathered and the difference that we can make. And we're seeing that start to open up new possibilities. One of the things that I'm super proud we accomplished over the past 6 months is you all know the ongoing saga of the directory. So in the first quarter, I had a wonderful intern, and she loved designing the website, and she tackled the directory. Didn't really work functionally, but it was good we got it up there. Now, I'm sorry she's not here tonight, but she had someplace else to be. For those of you who know Eileen Adams, I turned to her a couple months ago and said, just take this project and do something with it. And she's turned it around. If you have not yet uploaded your information to the directory, please make sure to do that. And as you go forward, please help spread the word that we now have a directory at holistichealthconnections.net for people who want referrals and recommendations of how to find practitioners. I get a lot of phone calls of people asking me, and I'm sending them to the directory, and in the event that they can't find somebody, then I'll start matching them up with different people. But I only do that because you all are not all on the directory. So it's there now, it's a tool for you, and we are in our social media marketing and our digital marketing pushing the link and sharing it and spreading it. So one thing that all of you could do, actually there are a couple things. So a couple things that you all can do: share the link to the directory in your own world, in your newsletter, in your Twitter feed, your LinkedIn. And another thing is to add in your signature that we have a directory and the link so that people can click and go there, because the more we all spread the word together, the more people are going to go and find you. They're looking for help. So if you have trouble with the directory or questions about that, please just let me know. I think we're down to working out the final kinks. So if there's anything wrong left over, I need to know about it, and I'm counting on you guys for that. Okay, what's coming up in the third quarter is going to be some new initiatives. You all know me well enough to know by now I work on 90-day goals. And in the third quarter, my next goal, now that we've got the directory up, is to start building the live calendar. Because you all are doing so many important and interesting things in the community. How does everybody find out about it? Where do we get all of that information in one place? It's coming. So in the third quarter, I expect to be rolling out a way for you to get onto the calendar and upload your events. And then, of course, that becomes a part of how we're marketing HHC, is sharing your events with the outside world. So that's coming. And also the podcast is coming. I'm unclear right now if that's going to be a third or fourth quarter initiative. It depends on how long it takes to get these other things done. But just know that that's coming. So by the end of the year, we will have a full platform. Any questions so far? Okay, good. The magazine update is coming later this evening. Karina is here. Karina is the brainchild of that, and she's in charge. So she will have her own time here in front of you to give you an update. We also have the list building campaign, which is going on, and Paula, this was her baby. She's here tonight also to give you an update. So before I turn over the front of the room to these other updates, one other thing that I think is really, really amazing is how many success stories I keep hearing. I don't know if you all are sharing these stories with each other, but on a weekly basis I get a phone call, a text, or an email multiple times telling me, I just found office space because of so-and-so, another HHC member. I'm working on a book with another HHC member. I'm doing an event with an HHC member. This just makes me so excited, because Holistic Health Connections is about that. It's about making connections that really matter and that expand and grow in whatever way feels good to you, your presence in this world, whether that's professionally or personally. So as we move forward, HHC will continue to develop its roots, which are about unifying the holistic health community, and also, our tagline is collaborate, educate, elevate. All three of those I'm developing programming for, so that we have opportunities to engage all of the values that this organization stands for. So I will be telling you more about what's coming up in those areas next month. But just know that in the spirit of that, the professional development of this organization continues, and the social aspect is So much fun. And we're starting to build that out too. Holly Niles is not here right now. She's up north, but she actually has a dine around idea that we're going to implement, which she'll be explaining at the end of the summer. And a bunch of you came early tonight because you wanted to hang out. So that's awesome. Any idea that you have for what you would like to see in this organization or as a way to evolve this organization, I love feedback. And I also love collaborating to help create new things. So feel free to bring your ideas to me and then let's see what we can do with them. So I think what we'll do now, Paula, do you mind going first? Okay, so a couple of months ago, Paula said to me, being the great marketer that she is, let's do this. And I'm going to let her explain this and let her tell you where we are.
Okay, I didn't know I was going to be talking about this, but most of you guys know about it.
Did we talk about that? I'm sorry.
We probably did, and it went over.
I didn't mean to throw you
that. But anyway, some of you have heard that we've been working on this for several months, and the idea was that we would combine the power of our own individual email list into a big offer that will not only give community members an opportunity to connect with us, but to grow our own base of potential clients in our own list. So we have 12 people that are participating in the list build campaign. It is it's closed for participation, and the website that is going to be hosting the gifts is under development. And it's a really nice group of things. What we did was we asked everybody to provide a free gift that people could download. It could be an ebook, it could be a video, it could be a audio, but we have 12 different offers, and we're sending out an email, a really beautifully written email, thank you, Michelle, that is going to invite everybody that we know to come to this page and get the free gifts and look at what we're doing and what we're about. And we have, I took the numbers, including the HHC mailing, we're going to reach over 10,000 people. Mm-hmm. And so 10,000 people are going to have the opportunity to look at these 12 gifts, click on them, be added to the person who provided the gifts email list, and open the door to a relationship that could lead to future clients. And I'm really excited about it. It's just, it was just an idea that popped up, and to see it have come to fruition is really powerful. We're going to be mailing it out on Saturday, July 13th, and the campaign is going to be up, the access to the page is going to be up for 30 to 45 days, but we put a little tighter deadline in the email to let people know that they need to get it quickly. So you can expect to see some social media action, and if you're on any of our mail lists, you will also get an email. But the beautiful thing of it is really that the way that people came together, some of you guys had no idea what it was, but you hung in there and you figured it out, and you found your list providers or created new content. And not only are you going to get to use this for this, but you get to use it for all your other marketing efforts as well. So I'm not sure I can say the name properly. You may not remember it, but let's see, 12.
You're going to make me open my email.
12 ways to reduce stress and something in this busy world. I came up with a different title that wasn't nearly as good as Michelle's, so thank you so much for that. But again, we're harnessing the power of our members. Some people have one person on their email list, some of us have a couple thousand. So there's no limits to participation. We're looking forward to hearing the results starting in July. And if it goes the way we think it will, we're going to try and do it quarterly. So yes, thank you. Any questions?